Here's a quick guide on how to never make anything cool. First, keep waiting for inspiration. Sit there, scroll endlessly, and convince yourself that one day, out of nowhere, you'll just wake up ready. Second, avoid failure at all costs. Don't even try, because if it's not perfect the first time, why bother, right? And here's the best trick. Keep overthinking every single idea. Make sure you compare yourself to the pros who've been at it for 10 years while you've done nothing. Sound familiar? Well, I've got news for you. The only way to make cool shit is to make a lot of messy, awkward, totally embarrassing shit first. Let me show you how to get started, even if you've been stuck for years. All right, let me hit you with the hard truth. No one, and I mean no one, starts out making cool shit. Those people you look up to, they started rough, painfully rough. Take J.K. Rowling, for example. Her first Harry Potter manuscript was rejected 12 times. That's 12 publishers who looked at it and said, nah, this isn't good enough. Imagine if she'd given up after the first rejection. Or Steve Jobs. Everyone knows him as a tech genius, but the first Apple computer was basically a glorified wooden box with some wires sticking out of it. Hardly the sleek devices we obsess over today. Even YouTubers with millions of views, go back and watch their first videos. I guarantee they're awkward, cringy, and nothing like the polished content they make now. The lesson here, waiting to feel ready is just another way to avoid starting. The magic happens when you stop worrying about perfect and just start. Messy is better than nothing. Now here's the problem, everyone has great ideas. You've probably said things like, I thought of that app years ago, or I could totally make something like that. But here's the thing, cool stories don't pay the bills. Execution does. Think of it like a video game. You don't start at level 99 with the best gear. You start as a weak little noob, grinding through the tough levels, making mistakes, and learning the mechanics. Every failed attempt, every awkward step, it all builds your XP. So stop waiting for the perfect idea and just start doing. Write the bad song, draw the crappy sketch, build the janky prototype. It doesn't matter how bad it is at first because action beats ideas every single time. You don't need to be great to start, but you do need to start to be great. Here's a secret formula for creativity. 70% of what you make will suck. That's right, straight up garbage. But the other 30%, that's where the magic happens. Let's look at James Dyson, the vacuum guy. Before he created the Dyson vacuum, he went through over 5,000 prototypes. Think about that, 5,000 failures. Some clogged, some overheated, one even caught fire. But each failure taught him something, and today Dyson is a multi-billion-dollar brand. It's the same story with Van Gogh. For every iconic painting, there are dozens of failed sketches. And every viral app you love, it started with a buggy version nobody wanted to use. Here's the takeaway, creativity is a numbers game. The more shit you make, the better your odds of creating something amazing. Quantity leads to quality. Cool shit happens when you're willing to suck at something first. All right, enough theory. Let's talk about how you can actually start making cool shit today. I'm talking about right now, no excuses. Here's the first step formula. Step 1, pick a field. Think of this like choosing your character in a video game. What excites you? What's something you've always wanted to try? Here are 5 beginner-friendly fields to dive into. Tech. Google how to build a calculator in Python and give it a shot. Sure, your code might break, but that's how you learn. Crafting, grab whatever you have lying around, glue, scissors, cardboard, and make something. A phone stand, a silly decoration, anything. Art, draw a stick figure, then add shading, a background, or some color. Boom, instant progress. Cooking, make pancakes. Even if you burn them, it's still breakfast. Videography, film a 10-second clip of your day and edit it with a free app like CapCut. It doesn't need to be Spielberg level, it just needs to exist. Step 2, set a goal. Your goal doesn't have to be big, just make it achievable, like I'll draw for 10 minutes, or I'll bake cookies without setting off the smoke alarm. Here's the key, set a deadline. Tell yourself, I'll finish this by tonight, no excuses. Deadlines create momentum, and momentum gets shit done. Step 3, share it. This is the scary part, but it's also the most important. Show your work to someone, post it online, text it to a friend, even show it to your dog. Sharing keeps you accountable and builds confidence, even if your project feels, meh. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. So here's your challenge, make something messy, write it, build it, cook it, whatever excites you. And when you're done, share it with the world, because the only way to make cool shit is to make a lot of shit first.